Hello everyone, welcome to the page once again. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe for more videos. If you are old, thank you for being on the channel. Alright, so in today's tutorial, we're looking at how to design church flyer in Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so let's jump straight into Adobe Photoshop and begin our work. Alright, so let's go to File, let's pick New, and then today's weight is going to be A4. Okay, so we are using A4 size for our project. Alright, so let's change here to A4 sheet. If yours is not on it, kindly hit at this place and change that to A4, and then leave everything like this. And let's come to the resolution because our work size is huge. Okay, so let's reduce the size to 200 over here, and then let's leave the color mode to RGB color, and then let's hit on OK. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is let's double click at the pilot here and then hit on OK. Now right click on the layer over here and then select blending options. Alright, now let's come to gradient overlay and let's open our gradient. Now double click at the thumbnail here and then highlight this. Let's go to our text and let's copy this color code, and then let's paste that over here. Now hit at this place again and then highlight this color code. Let's go to our text and let's copy this color code, then let's paste that over here. Hit at OK, hit on OK, and then hit on OK from here again. Now let's hit at the palette here so that we'll lock the background layer for here. Now the next thing that we are going to do is let's add a layer on top of the background layer. Okay, so let's hit at this and then let's pick our brush tool. Pick your brush tool from here, then use the curly brackets on your keyboard to close your brush to a preferable size of your choice. Now as it is closed like this, come to this place and double click inside, and then let's change the color to a color like this. Okay, now hit on OK. Okay, now let's come here and then let's hit at this place. Hit again, hit again, hit again, hit again, hit again one more time. All right, now as it is hit over there like that, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to bring in our source files. Okay, so let's go to File and then let's go to Place, and let me quickly look for my source files. Okay, okay, now let me bring in the first source file that I want to use for this particular design project. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'll position this over here, then let me open it up a little bit again, then position it over there like that, then go to your blending options and let's put this on soft light like that. Now add a layer mask on top of that. Pick your brush tool, close this using the curly brackets on the keyboard, and then let's wipe out the hard part. Let's wipe out the hard part. Okay, like that. Now let's wipe this side also out. Okay, like that. Now the next thing is let's go back to our file, let's go to Place, and then let's quickly look for the next picture that I want to bring into our project. Okay, alright, so let me position this here like that, and let me send it to the top. Open it up like this, and let's send it to the top part. Let's close this a little bit like this, and alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to my blending option. I'll put this on soft light like that. Now next thing is let's add a layer mask to that, then let's pick our brush tool from here and let's wipe out the unwanted part like that. Now let's bring this down a little bit so that it will create some level of adjustment with the first picture. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is let's go to our file and let's go back to our source files. And let's look for the next picture that I want to bring into our project. Okay, now what we are going to do to this is let's right click on that and go to rasterize layer, and let's pick our magic wand tool, hit at the white part, and then hit on backspace key on your keyboard to delete that portion. Okay, now Ctrl D to deselect the selection, pick this and move it to the corner part over here like that. Now next thing is let's go to our blending options and let's put this as well on soft light so that we get something like that. Now let's reduce the size for that, okay, so that it will blend with the background for us. Now the next thing that we are going to do at this point is we are going to pick our shape tool. We are going to pick our shape tool from there. Now hold and shift on your keyboard and draw an ellipse like this. Okay, now let's check the color code out for that, and the code to that is 248100. Hit on OK. Now let me move this and position it somewhere here. Now let me duplicate this, so right click on the shape and let's go to duplicate layer and hit on OK. Now hold down shift and alt and drag the duplicated one in like that. Okay, now next let's hit at the check, double click at the color thumbnail here. Now change your color to this very dark color like that. It's too dark. Okay, and let's hit on OK. Now let's duplicate this again, so right click on that and select duplicate layer, hit on OK. Now hold down shift and alt and then drag the duplicated one in like that. Now the next thing that we are going to do is let's duplicate, or let's right here and let's change the color to more preferred color of our project. Okay, now let's bring that to a color like white. Okay, now hit on OK from there. All right, now let's select all the shapes or all the ellipse and let's open them up like that. Then we can then position that at this corner over here like that. Now Ctrl G and let's group that. Now let's name that circle. Okay, now select all of these and hold down shift and then Ctrl G and let's name that BG or background. All right, now next thing that we are going to do is let's pick our ellipse tool again, hold down shift on your keyboard and draw an ellipse like this over here. Select your move tool and let's slant this a little bit. Now let's move it to this very corner. Okay, and bring it down. Next let's press Ctrl J and let's duplicate that, hold down shift and alt and drag the duplicated shape down like that. Okay, now click on the color thumbnail here and let's change the color to more darker green like that. Then let's duplicate the shape again, Ctrl J and let's duplicate that, hold down shift and alt and let's drag this in again like that. Click at the color thumbnail here and then let's change the color to this very color over here, hit on OK over there like that. Now next thing that we are going to do is let's go to our file and let's go to place and then let's bring in, let's go to our work or our folder and let's bring in the picture. Okay, let's open from here and let's bring in the picture that we want to use in this particular project. Okay, so this is the man of God that we want to use. Okay, so let me select all of these ellipse, Ctrl G and let me group them and let me name them circle 2. Okay, now let's go to edit, select the picture and go to edit and go to transform and let's go to flip horizontal like that. Now let's close this. Let's hold down shift and alt and let's drag this in a little bit like that and position this over here, position that here like that. All right, so next let's bring this down. Let's Ctrl Z to undo. Okay, so let's bring this down this shape like that. Okay, now what you are going to do is add add the layer mask to this, pick your brush tool, and then ensure that your hardness is 0 from here. Okay, now let's clean this part off. Let's clean this part off from here like that. Okay, now select your move tool from here and then drag this down a little bit and move it in like that. Hold down shift and alt and drag this in again like that. Alright, now next thing that we are going to do at this place is that we are going to pick our type tool now. Alright, so let's wait for it to initialize. Okay, alright, now let's hit over here and then let's go to our text and let's copy this, Ctrl C, and let's copy, Ctrl V, and let's paste that over there. Okay, okay, now let's change the color from here to white and hit on OK. Hit on OK, hold down shift and alt and let's reduce the size of our text like that, and let's position that at this very side. Open your character box from here and then let's change the color to white from there. Okay, now let's Ctrl plus and let's zoom in to see properly what we are doing. Okay, okay, I think this is good over there. Now let me pick my type tool again and let me select all of this, select my character box, and let me change this from semi bold to medium. Okay, and I'll hit on OK, then Ctrl minus to zoom in like that. Okay, now let's close this again like that. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is, let me bring this down, then Ctrl A and let's center this, Ctrl D to deselect. Now let's go to our file and let's go to place and let's go to my source file, go to my source file and let me bring in the church logo. Okay, now what I'm going to do from here is, let me right click on the logo and select a rasterize layer, pick a magic wand tool and hit on the white spot, backspace key, hit on backspace key. As you select, you 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 hit on backspace key. Now let's select the whole of the shape like that and reduce the size, move it to this side like that. Now let's hit on Ctrl A and then let's center all of that, Ctrl D to deselect. Let's reduce the size of the shape or the logo. Now select this and let's move it down over there. Now let's come to this place and then let's open or right click on that and let's select the rounded rectangle tool, come to this side and let's draw a shape like that over here. Now hit on Ctrl A and let's center this, Ctrl D to deselect, click on the color thumbnail here and then change this to white, hit on OK, select the text logo and the shape and then center them like that over there. Now let's zoom in and see what is happening over there. I think that is it over there. It is looking perfect by me. Okay, all right, so let's go to our text. Let's pick our type tool. Okay, and let's go to our text and let's copy presents and let's paste that over here like that. Now let's open our character box and let's change that from medium and let's bring that to light like that. Now let's open this like that over there, then we can then close this hold down shift and alt, and let's reduce the size of this like that, and let's center this here. Control A, and let's center that. Control D to deselect. Okay, now let's reduce the size and see what is happening. Okay, now let's move this to the top a little bit like that. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is let's pick our title again, and let's go to our text, and let's copy soldiers. Okay, Control C to copy, then Control V to paste. Open your character box and let's close the spacing to 10. Now let's change the font size to, or font type to, black like that. Then let's open the spacing a little bit again. Okay, go down shift and alt, and let's open this up, and let's position that here. Close this a little bit and let's open it up. Let's count our zoom tool here and let's select fit screen. Okay, now let's change this to extra bold. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, like that. Okay, Control A and let's center that. Control D to deselect. Alright, now let's right click on this and let's go to blending options, and let's go to gradient overlay, and let's manipulate, or let's change the color to a color that will match with our design. Okay, so let me pick this color as well from here, and now hit on OK. Now let's come to bevel and emboss, and then let's change that to stroke and brush like that. Now let's drop a little shadow for that, reduce the distance like that, and then let's reduce the size to like that. Hit on OK from there. Next, Ctrl J and let's duplicate that. Bring the duplicated shape down or text down. Highlight that, and let's go to our text and let's copy this. Ctrl C and let's copy. Now Ctrl V and let's paste that over here. Hold down shift and alt and drag this in like that, and then let's close that down like that. Ctrl A and let's center that. Ctrl D to deselect. Now let's bring this down a little bit. Now go to your shape tool from here and let's make a little shape on top of them like that. Now move it to this very side. Right, click on that and let's change the color to more preferred color. Okay, like that. Hit on OK. Alright, go to your text and let's copy this. Ctrl C, pick your type tool and let's type the off of the cross. Now bring this to the top over here so that it will lie on top of the shape. Let's go to the type of the font and let's pick thin. Okay, I think the thin is too much, so let's pick regular. Hold down shift and alt and let's reduce the size of this. Let me zoom so that we can position this properly on top of this. Let's close this a little bit. Okay, now let's bring it down. Okay, alright, so the next thing, let's pick our type tool again and then let's bring in, let's go to our text and let's copy this. Ctrl C and let's copy. Ctrl V and let's paste that over there and bring it down to this place, and let's send this on top. Okay, hold down shift and alt, and let's drag this in like that. Okay, now drag this to this side and then bring it to the top part over here like that. Let's go to our text again and let's copy this, Ctrl C, and let's copy, then Ctrl V, Ctrl V, and let's paste that over there. Now let's reduce the size for this and let's position that over here like that. Position it here. All right, now let's duplicate that, Ctrl J, and let's bring the duplicated one to this side like that. Pick your type tool, highlight, pick your type tool and let's highlight this. Go to your text, copy, Ctrl C, and let's copy, Ctrl V, and let's paste that over there like that. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is let's pick our type tool again and let's copy the date, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and paste. And let's reduce the size a little bit and bring that to this side. Okay, let's duplicate that, Ctrl J, and bring the duplicated one down. Go to your text and let's copy the dates, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and let's paste that there. Open this up like that. Okay, now bring this down, Ctrl J, and let's duplicate that. Pick your text tool and let's go back to our text and let's copy this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and let's paste that over there. Let's make this to be in alignment with all of that. Ctrl J, and let's duplicate that. Pick your text tool and let's go back and copy this, Ctrl C, and let's copy, Ctrl V, and let's paste that over there. Now let me reduce this. Okay, right click on that and let's go to blending options and let's go to color overlay and let's change the color to this color and hit on OK. Hit on OK. Next, let's select this and then double click at this side and open your color. Okay, now let's change the color to this very color. Now hit on OK and hit on OK. Alright, so now let's go to our file and let's go to place and let's bring in our calendar. Okay, now hold down shift and alt and let's reduce the size and let's move this and position it here like that. Next, let's select all of this and let's reduce the size a little bit like that. Okay, Ctrl G and let's name that date. Okay, all right, next let's pick our type tool again and let's go to our text and let's copy the time. Okay, let's copy this, copy that. Now Ctrl V and let's paste that and let's bring that here. Let's reduce the size a little bit for this and let's position that over here. Pick your shape tool And let's draw a shape like this over here. Change the color to white. Now Ctrl J and let's duplicate that. Now let's send a duplicated one on top of the shape like that. Pick your type tool and let's highlight this and let's copy this. Ctrl C and let's copy. Ctrl V and let's paste that. Let's reduce the size for this so that it will fit on top of the shape like that. Okay. So let's group that and let's name that time. Okay. Alright, so next let's come to our text and let's copy the location. Ctrl C and then pick your type tool, Ctrl V and let's paste that. Bring this here. Let's reduce the size for this and put this over here. Open your character box and let's change the color to this. Now go to your file, go to place and let's bring in the location icon or logo. Okay, now let me bring this down and also let me bring this down as well. Alright, so guys, that is the design that I want to share with you. If you find this interesting, don't forget to subscribe and also don't forget to leave your comments at the comment section below for more tutorials to come your way. See you in my next video. Bye bye.